We're live.
Woohoo!
Hi, everybody.
Got the opener for tonight. Maybe.
I don't know what I'm going to open. Well, I do. I kind of got it over there.
I don't know for sure yet, but if that comes to it, then that'll come to it. But we'll have to see. I don't know. I might just open a main line or something tonight just to be boring.
All right. Good evening, everybody. We're going to let people build up here. As you can see, we've got
Reagan, Nick, James.
A new
what's going
feature.
on?
We figured out how to add a second camera without making noise.
What's up, Nick?
James, how are you? All right, so we all know what the show's about tonight. It's a free-for-all. It's an open mic night. So this could get interesting. Peanut Gallery could come in.
Could be a short episode. You never know.
Yep.
Brian's messaging us.
Brian's not going to pop in. He's just trying to beat Brent with his room. And
he's going to beat Brent with his room because that dude is on a 2-week time clock and he's already almost smoked me. So
yeah, we're hanging in here. We're trying not to freeze. It's been that kind of night. So
yeah, it's a little chilly down here in the basement tonight.
So we've got that going. Oh, no, puppy. Let's not do that.
Dog trying to eat Hot Wheels.
Yes. No, stop sniffing. She liked it. Murphy Cam. No.
Mm-mm.
All right, we're going to cut that off for right now. Well, we can add it back in later if we want to look at a particular part.
Miss Deb, how are you doing tonight?
Murph, lay down. There we go. Good girl. Well, this will get interesting. Mm-hmm. All right, we'll do one quick plug real quick, and then we'll get into it. As you all know, there is the flyer for the March show in Norfolk. And it's also on the page, but, just something else that we've added so we don't have to talk. We can talk about it without actually have it on the screen.
And we're so small.
We're so tiny. And then we'll reset the angle there and we're back to being big again. So like I said, March 6th, Norfolk. Aloha to you. All right, folks, it's an open mic night. So let's get into it.
Oh, we got our first question.
Some of that makes sense, I think. I don't think they would change prices unless Mattel changes prices.
And hopefully they won't. Hopefully they won't because we spend enough money. We don't need the prices to go up.
But that's a great question, James. I specifically haven't heard anything, but that doesn't mean that it's not possible. And like I said, I feel like Walmart would only change their prices if Mattel changed their price point. So Miss Deb, Reagan. No, there will be no singing. Nobody wants that to happen.
No.
No.
That would be rough.
It would be horrible.
Kevin, what's going on?
I did see on the Florida page, they're getting ready to have their big show, that Braxton had a new bone shaker out, and the reception for that seemed pretty darn good. So we'll see if there's going to be any more that come out or if those are just it.
Yeah, you never know.
All right. We had a BMW sale this week too, didn't we?
Yes, we did. And it sold out not as fast as I thought it was going to, but it did sell out. And since Caven's in here, I gotta mess with him just a hair. Since he's a huge Gasser fan.
Oh.
There's my Holly Air. Miss Greta, how are you doing tonight?
Oh, Miss Greta, it's good to see that you have another night off and not having to play dispatcher again. So awesome. Welcome. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, that BMW sale, I was surprised it didn't go as fast as it did. I thought it would.
I think that I think the reason it didn't was because that the yellowish antifreeze colored one didn't. I don't know. I think that one sold out faster, but I think after everybody got them and then seen like the Miss Hood alignments and things like that, and they were just they weren't. Not everybody was like super excited about the blue one, but I am because I really like the blue one. Can't wait to see it in person.
Okay, so Aaron brings up a good point. Yes, I remember those days when they were $1.04, and yes, they did not last very long because that's one of the things about having a Hot Wheel.
I remember when they were 68 cents, but
And I can remember those days too. So,
those were the good old days. Manny, what's up? LOL
yes,
plays
Miss Greta.
dispatcher all day. Back to nights next week. Oh, sorry to hear that.
That switching is never fun.
No, I've done that. There was actually one period of time where I worked all 3 shifts in 1 week.
That's not fit for human consumption. That's Manny right there. I'm taking it good with the gentleman. Good evening.
Yes, that would be Manny.
All right. So, like I said, I've worked on a few things to kind of make it a little bit better, try to make it a little bit more interactive. You saw the test the other night. I am very happy with being able now to, instead of doing this to show a car, we can just do that. And boom, we have our display with the cars that we stopped midstream.
Mm-hmm.
And all about adding things for everybody. And then we'll just go back to being normal.
Yep. Let's see. What else can we talk about? We got a couple of shows this weekend.
Yes, there are a couple of big shows. Well, one's a new out of the blue show, and then our folks
Mason
up
City.
in northern Iowa. So
Yep. So
I
Mason City's going on. I think I want to say it was 9-3 or 10-2. I cannot remember.
And I can't show that flyer here because in order to show like the flyers and things like that, they have to be in a PDF format. So if we get oh, there we go, James. Thank you.
92. There you go.
92.
I thought it was something kind of off. Because normally it's like 10-3 or something like that, but it was 9-2. So thank you, James. Appreciate that. Mr. Jim Winover, what's going on?
Oh, Tim is in the house.
I got your Mustang sitting over here on the left side of me.
I just looked at my fire chief the other day. So yeah, let's see. I think this price point thing, James, where did you hear that at? I mean, where did you see it on another page, or is it just kind of heard it around the watering hole, so to speak? And because that would be unfortunate. And I just wonder what is going to be raised. Is it just going to be main lines? Is it going to be the premiums? I know we've seen RLC prices go up over the last year and a half. They went from being basically about $19 a car to about anywhere from $25 to $30 before tax, depending on the.
And Matchboxes are 25.
Yeah.
I really want to open this, but I'll wait.
Oh.
I want to see it. Another page, but I'm not sure. Her Dollar Tree is going up to $1.25. Yeah, that makes sense. That's just like you go to a Hy-Vee or a Walmart or not Walmart, Hy-Vee or Baker's. Theirs are normally like $1.29 a piece, or they'll do some big sale where they're 3 for $5. It's like, not really better, but all right. It just tends to happen. I think it'll they may go up a little bit, but then they'll come back down in the future, hopefully.
Yeah, I obviously the cost of business across the board for everything has gone up. And with that, usually the customer is the one that pays the ultimate price. So
this would be true.
How it will affect collecting habits, I'm not sure.
I don't think it'll do anything. I really don't think it'll do anything. because people are going to still as long as it's not like $3 on a main line, I don't think it's going to cause any issues. I think people are just going to just keep buying them.
Yeah,
you may decide to slow down or go, I really don't need this one. And it could slow down the collecting hobby, but I don't think it'll do too much to it.
You may see less of the pictures with, hey, I got 7 of the newest, hottest, latest, greatest card to, I only got 2.
Yeah, that could be. So, it could be a good sign. It could be a good thing. If people start not, buying 100 of one casting.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah, Nick says it's high V's are $150. So,
but I think that's about where they were at anyway.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
Mm-hmm.
But I do want to talk on something else though. It seems like product is starting to slowly, and I mean slowly, trickle back in.
Yeah.
The last round of the 2-pack car culture sets are starting to show up. In fact, I saw there was 2 posts. Manny made one, and PJ made one, both for different Targets and Walmarts in the area. Okay.
Yeah.
Aaron says
price point points. Target marked up transports during the holiday season, at least here. As far as Dollar Tree, I don't think that applies to a lot of their products. Can only squeeze $1 out of everything for so long. Yeah, I actually it was in Omaha for a little bit tonight, and I hit the Walmart over there on 72nd Street, there across from Exarban, and yeah, not a thing. I mean, I shouldn't say not a thing. If you're looking for the yellow submarine, there was about 8 of those. If you're looking for the Deadpool motorcycle, I think there was about 5 of those. There were some of the Marvel cars left. No drag buses. But other than that, I can't think of anything. I don't think there was really a main line on the pegs. So there was a few in the bin of death at the bottom, but nobody wants those. So
no, probably not. Okay, so this weekend, I know we talked about Mason City a little bit with the hours. Again, those are 9 to 2. If you haven't been up there, and I know we haven't, and it just has not worked out. It's not because we don't want to go. It's just it hasn't worked out scheduling wise.
No.
It's a good show. It's good people. Miss Barb does an amazing job, and I want to go. We just, like I said, have not made it work schedule wise.
Yeah, it's and it is a trek for any of us, but one of these days we will make it up there, I swear.
Now for Saturday, down not far from Blair.
Omaha. It's in between Omaha and Blair. There's it's called the Mini Toy Con, so we're kind of excited to see what that's going to be about. I talked with the guy that's putting it on in Lincoln during Brad's show, and he was very passionate. I'm gonna go that route. Enthusiastic about his show. This is going to be the first one, and it's not just diecast. It's a toy show. There will be everything from farm toys to, probably Star Wars to G.I. Joes to Transformers to, there might be monster trucks. There might be WrestleMania figures. We don't know. So, but, it is about 10 minutes from my house. So we figured we'd give it a shot and see what we find out, see how good of a show it is. Hopefully it'll be a cool show that we'll be able to hit again next year if he does it once a year. So
I know he had some comic book folks that were going to be there.
Yep.
I think there might be 1 or 2 farm folks there. Brad will be there. We will be there. There's another gentleman by the name of Roger who was at the Lincoln show selling. He's going to be there. And I think there's someone else, and I can't remember who that is. So, I think what he was trying to do was get a good mix of everything so that there's something for everybody.
Mm-hmm. But then again, it just like the Toy and Buckle show that was last weekend up there in Lincoln. It's one of my favorite shows, and if you saw the pictures that I posted, I was very happy with that with last Sunday, because there was a lot of good stuff that I found. My favorite was my Camaro, was that blown Camaro. I need to take a better picture of it with a black light, because the flames that are actually painted on that car actually glow in the dark. So it's a really cool car.
Yes, that was an amazing, amazing find. And, the best part about it was in a box of cars sitting on the floor.
For 50 cents.
Yep. That's the great thing about that show, and why we like to do it so much, is because not only is it just that opportunity for us to kind of hang out and go do something without having to worry about putting on a show or running the club page or selling, just to get to be like you guys again and out there finding the deals, finding the great cars to add. I know you found me a couple MR2s that I did not have.
Mm-hmm.
So that was really cool.
And they were 50 cents a piece.
Yeah.
And that's, like I said, I've said it already once. It's one of my favorite shows because, we get to just revert to, 4 years ago when we were just, sellers and buyers. We didn't have to put on all the work and everything. It's kind of neat to just take the weekend off and dig around and I mean, I spent more money at the Toy and Buckle show and in the Toys from the Past around Lincoln on Sundays than I have in the last 3 shows, big shows that I've been to, just because I'm always at the table and I don't have time to get away from it. So
I think this, for me personally, other than the MR2s, this was probably, and I'm about to bring it up here and show it, is probably the car that I'm most excited about right here. And for those of you who don't know what this is a noodle head. And noodle heads are...
Show the top of it. So show the top. It's kind of hard to see just the side there. You need like a little ramp so you can see that. Oh, there you go.
It's a noodle
head. Yeah, it's pretty.
So, again, a noodle head is the heaviest car that was ever built by Mattel. And if you want to race downhill at nationals or anywhere that has a big track, this is the car you want to use because it almost never loses.
And our friend Justin has one of those.
Yep. So, I mean, this one's a little rough. Most of the paint has toning issues. It's a lot darker blue because if you can get up into the wheel wells, you'll see it. But it's got a crack on the windshield and it's all dirty, but I don't care. It's just an awesome car to have, and I was happy I could find one.
Mm-hmm.
So, yay. Wheels are going to need some tweaking, but this will be the car that I actually get to do the downhill racing in Charlotte. So I am quite pleased about that.
And I may not win, but I'm going to take my my downhill off-road Camaro. So, and I bought this one in Atlanta from a guy that raced it, and it's been highly altered. It's been weighted. It's got weight in the front and in the rear. It's got FTEs on it. So this is the one I'll be racing. It ain't a red line, but it'll be fast. So.
Yeah, that's the really cool thing about some of the racing. Adam talked about it a little bit, but some of those guys are going to race really expensive cars.
Brass cord. Not this one. This is not a brass cord, but.
And Brent, you're asking to. That's probably Manny.
No, Manny, you cannot have my You cannot have my downhill racer.
So, I mean, what did you guys do over the past weekend? Did you guys go to a show? Did you guys go out hunting? Did you see anything, hear anything? I mean, what are your guys' plans for this weekend?
Let's see. Tuesday night, I was drilling customs and
Yeah.
possibly caught a piece of metal or a piece of plastic in my eye. I don't know yet, and I got to go try to get that out after the show. Reagan worked as always.
It's a very busy time for Reagan. I know calving season has started.
Let's see. Did you guys see the Aqua Sky Show Diora that came up on eBay this week or so ago? No, I did not see that. I don't follow a lot of Redline stuff on eBay. I am a part of quite a few different Redline groups, mainly for learning purposes. Because even though I did purchase a Redline this weekend, I bought my purple Seasider.
Yeah.
But it's missing the tailgate or missing the tonneau cover. But
well, if it's a Seasider, it wouldn't have that.
Well, then which one is
it? If you bought a
Fleet Side,
Fleet Side.
Fleet Side, yeah.
So
purple Fleet Side, that's what it is. And that was in my pictures from the day too, from last weekend.
Yeah. Let's see. Who asked about the Aqua Sky Show Diora?
Jaden Jorgensen.
Nice.
Jaden Jorgensen.
Okay. No, I wish I had seen that. I've been hanging out on a Facebook group called Deal or No Deal Blackwalls, and
I got into the deal or no deal Redline.
Yeah, it's probably the same thing. And there's another page. There was a former employee page that just some absolutely killer hand painted things, and just unbelievable. Oh, there we go. That's the other thing too. So if we if you can send me a link to that, I can put that up on the screen and maybe we can see a picture of that. Where's the show Saturday?
It is off of Highway 133. If you go to Facebook and look up, I believe it's Omaha Minicon.
West Omaha Minicon, I think is
West Omaha Minicon. I have a picture on my phone. I can post it after the show. Yeah, I want to say it's West Omaha Mini Toy Con, which is weird because I think he originally had planned on doing it in West Omaha, and due to all the restrictions, he couldn't do it. But he was able to get the current location he has. Wish I had like a third. Actually, I can do this. I'll come back to the video here in a second. Let's see here. Let me find her real quick.
And
of course I can't find it.
There we go.
There you go.
West Omaha.
There you go. West Omaha Mini Toy Con.
And, again,
right off of 133. Basically, take 680 to Irvington exit, and then is it mini because it's one guy's stuff? No, it couldn't be one guy's stuff. There's at least 4 of us that are going. But he said that it's going. I think he had like 4 tables left last or 2 weeks ago. So most likely it's been sold out.
Yep. I think it is too. They did offer early setup Friday night from like 6:30 to 8:30. So those that are going, we will not because we have a prior engagement that night. And And somebody's joining us. Who is that? I don't
Manny.
know.
Manny's going to be joining us on Saturday.
Well, come say hi, Manny. We'll say hi to you. Hi.
I'll bring this one so you can take a peek at it.
There we go with the teasing again.
Well, I mean, I was gonna. I said I could bring the red one too, but I don't really want to risk that one. This one I can throw in my pocket and not worry about it.
Yeah. So, again, guys, what do you all got? I mean, is there anything that you're seeing out there in the? Yeah, is that Jordan again?
Yes.
Okay, Jordan, if you haven't, you should take a look at the video that we did with Adam Grapes a couple of weeks ago. You will see some amazing prototypes on that video. There is cord wood displays, which was basically the bigger car that they used to reduce down to the 1/64 scale.
Mm-hmm.
Just incredibly rare cars. There was a brass prototype there as well that he was showing. Great video if you get a chance to check it out. Again, that was a couple Thursdays ago with Adam Grapes.
Yeah, and I really enjoy the red lines. I just don't know enough about them not to get in trouble. I mean, they've got my school bus right here, and it's complete. It still has the jack, and the engine and the stickers are all still there. So, and I've got a box around here somewhere that's full of red lines.
Greg's video too was another good one.
Yep, Mr. Greg Sully. He's got a few red lines.
And that was something else too I wanted to talk about because, with everything that's been going on with the lack of newer things showing up, we'll get to that in a second.
There's always more on Brian.
There's been a lot more red lines showing up, older Blackwalls showing up. And it's really cool to get to see that some of the things that have been posted. Mike Marvin had 2 amazing short little videos of his personal collection. I was like, wow, that was cool. And with his nice displays and anything like that. Okay. Klein, diecast meet, April 10th in Fremont. Tables are filling up quickly for that, I believe.
I believe so too.
It's going to be just an amazing chance to get together, have some fun. We're going to have our own separate booth. We're going to have, we haven't completely discussed what we're doing yet. We will have some sort of giveaway, I think, is what we discussed. We just haven't figured out what that is yet. Brian is going to give away as a door prize a complete set of convention cars from Charlotte this year. So whatever those cars are, somebody has a chance to win one of those.
Well, we know what the
one of the cars is.
The one that's been disclosed by Collectors Events Unlimited has been the charity car will be the long gone semi truck, which of course I do not have one right in front of me. But most people here I think know what the long gone looks like. I got Thunder Rollers everywhere, but no long guns.
Nope. Long gone. Oh,
I literally have 4 Thunder Rollers within an arm's reach, but 0 of the long guns.
I got one.
No.
See, I get to be mobile now. This is so cool. Not having to be tethered to a tie down.
Mr. Lawhead, it will be a door prize. You literally will walk in the door and you will receive a free ticket. So you will have as best, and you must be present to win. I don't know what time he's thinking about doing it, but yeah, it's going to be a completely free, where he's just all the tickets are going to be in a bucket and they're going to shake it up. There's a long gone. So that's what the charity casting is. So
This is so much better than just showing it up like this. I'm so happy.
I just wish it was a little closer to the camera. Yeah, that's getting better.
Well, if I get any closer, it's going to fall down.
Oh, well, then we can't do that. So that works. But it works. Yeah, it's going to be, and even if you're a vendor, you still get a ticket. So whether you're a vendor or you're just there to strictly buy, you will get a chance at it. And somebody had asked if they were going to be able to buy extra tickets, and I think Brian decided that he was not going to do that. He wants to make it fair for everyone to have equal chance to win that set. And it is, because it's going to be, because there's the two main cars for the convention. Then there's going to be the dinner car. There's going to be a finale car.
Yep.
And the charity car. And possibly, if it happens in time, there may be, I don't know if the red line, I don't think he was going to do the red line club one with it.
Oh, the pink car?
Yeah. I don't think he was planning on doing that. It's going to be April 10th, David.
And that's at the City Auditorium in Fremont. It just was
remodeled.
Remodeled is the better term for it. It's got an amazing layout. We have a potential to have up to 100 tables for the show. If you buy 3 tables or more, it's $15 a table. Otherwise, it's $20. So there's some value in that for you as well. I mean, plus you're going to get to hang out with Brian and all of our other friends that we normally see on a day-to-day basis at any other show. So that's going to be great. There's going to be, I think he's kicked around an idea for a ladies' lounge. Again, that was brought up at one of a previous video. I think that's going to be there. There's going to be food on site as well. So, that's another bonus. So you don't have to run across town and try to find a place to eat and come back. And I think there's going to be a couple other door prizes throughout the day. Again, check out the Diecast Meet page for more information. And,
like and follow and share it. Let people know.
Again, Brian is going to probably be on again another time. I think it's a standard 10 to 3 time as well. So,
yep. And there's possibly going to be early setup on Friday, but we're not sure yet.
It all depends on need and
if the interest is there.
And the interest, yeah.
Because in order for Brian to do that, I think it has to be, I think he has to pay for an extra half a day. Good night, gents. Going back to customizing. All right, man. You have yourself a good time. Can't wait to see what you're coming up with next.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Any other? Well, the cars for the club car are being taken out of packages and getting boxed up and ready to go out to Maryland. Finally, yay.
I'm excited about that. All right. I want to open this.
We'll open it. I mean, we can have a mid-show rip.
1964 Chevy C10. I haven't seen it in person yet. Has not been opened yet, even though it's rattling. So I'm not 100% sure what's going on inside of here. But of course, I don't have a regular standard razor blade.
Oh, I see how it is, James. You just tease us with the Manny Custom, and then you're like, I'm not going to show you the pictures.
Well, Manny's technically, he has one in the books for me, too. So,
well, he's got 3 or 4 for me.
We got paper.
Yes, very good protective coating there.
I don't know if I'm going to rip it open, but...
Do it now.
Well, I don't want to hurt it. Relax.
While he's doing that, I'm going to let you all in another secret. I'm redoing the room again.
Oh, that's not really a secret. That's just another Thursday. Oh, that is cool.
Yeah, I'm a glutton for punishment.
Wow, that is sharp.
All right, let's show it. Ooh, that is pretty nice. That long box looks good.
Casting history: 1964 C10, 1964 first appearance. The road of the 1960s was dominated by pickup trucks. The 1964 C10 was a very popular choice. There's a whole story on the back, and I'm not going to read it because, hey, I don't really want to, but I kind of want to see here. I really like the box. It's got like a suede cardboard. Really kind of cool.
Is it textured?
It feels like suede. Or are you talking about the base?
No, the cardboard.
Okay. Well, I don't know how to get this thing out of here. Let's try to go this way. There we go. I'm going to break it. I know it. Okay, that's a whole lot stronger. But I wanted to show the base of it. It's really cool.
Oh, that's nice.
It's like going down a dirt road. It looks like it's wet. It's got grass on it. It's really kind of cool, and you can actually see the. Oh, there we go. If I can get it. No. The hood opens.
It closes pretty easy.
Yes, but the whole base is textured on the bottom.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
So do I.
Yes, I did see those, and those look very, very nice. I wish we could share pictures up. We'd have to put them in a PowerPoint slide, and we all know what happens when we share PowerPoint slides around here.
Yeah, everybody goes to sleep. No,
apparently, I'm pretty boring.
You can be.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right. Let's see. I mean, come on, guys. What else you got?
And gals.
Well, do we want to tell them about next week's guest?
Yes. Let's do that.
All right.
Next week is going to be epic. I think it's going to be the absolute biggest show that we've ever done. At least it should be, in my personal opinion. I think it should be the absolute number one show we've ever done.
It has the potential to. I will get the bio and put that out there. I will try to find a couple of YouTube links and see if I can put that in there too. But for those of you who don't, well, none of you know. There's only 3 people that know. And 2 of us are on camera right now. Thanks to Mr. Brian Barron. This has been a year in the making, so to speak. He approached us last year after, I think, one of the first Ashland shows. And he asked us if, this guy by the name of Bruce Pascal would, be interesting to have on the show. And we said yes. Now, we couldn't make it work because of scheduling, COVID, all the above. But for those of you who do not know who Bruce Pascal is, he owns the rear-loading pink beach bomb.
And about 20,000 other one-of-a-kind Hot Wheels, just prototypes that were never made. I cannot wait to talk to this gentleman. It's going to be so cool. And I really hope that he shows some of these it's going to be on, because, I mean, Bruce has got prototype ideas that were just insane. I mean, he bought them all from Mattel or acquired them from Mattel employees, and it's impressive. He has a book. I don't know. I know he has one for sure. I don't know how many he's got. I have the book. I haven't found it yet.
So the thing about the rear load pink beach bomb is considered to be the most expensive Hot Wheel ever. It has an unreal value to it. I'm going to try to find that clip from Pawn Stars that he's on, and we'll put that up there just to kind of give you guys a reference as to who he is. He's got several videos out on YouTube where he talks about red lines and prototypes and all sorts of amazing things, and he's just got this huge collection. And I know if you've watched the Red Lines to Treasure Hunt video that's out
on the History Channel.
Yeah, he was also on the History Channel on the Toys That Build America episode.
Yep.
Just phenomenally nice guy. He puts on presentations at the convention as well. I am so looking forward to this. You never know. The Beach Bomb may make an appearance. I asked to have it be on. So right now the tentative plan is we'll do the standard questions and answers like we always do with every guest. And we will have 5. He wants to show 5 items as well. So, I did ask for the Beach Bomb to be one of them. I mean, just like with Adam and his cord prototypes, this is another opportunity for us to get to see some really, really cool stuff that, you just get to see either on TV or in pictures. And we're going to bring it to you live next Thursday night at 7 p.m. So
and I can think of a couple that I would love to see. There's Super Van that has a steering wheel through the windshield.
Yep.
I'd love to see that one. And I'd also like to see the musical Lincoln.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just so happy to have him on here. I mean, Who else would you guys like to see? I mean, see if we can make that happen too. Do you want to see Mike? Do you guys want to see Chris?
We can start working on it.
We can work on it. Is there a customizer that you guys really like, other than Chris, that you guys want to see on the show? Do we, Pope, Stangler? We'll entertain anybody.
Yeah, Brian Pope. See if we can get a hold of Mr. Lowride 57.
Yep. Joe Alvarado.
Joe Alvarado. I mean, that's fine. You guys want to see something, we'll try to make it happen. We're not saying it's a guarantee, but we can definitely try to work and see what we can do.
You're gonna have to help. You're gonna have to help with that one.
Yeah, we're gonna need some help with that one, and that's your department, brother.
Yeah, I don't even have to know who that was to know who that was.
Pretty much.
Yeah. But yeah, we would love to have them on. Would you guys like to see, other club presidents from different places to talk about how, things work down in other parts of the country? We can do that too. I mean, this show is all about you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Or do you like what we're doing now? Do we'll take the input.
Yep.
I know we got to get Miss Barb on here. We really, really need to get her.
And we're going to attempt to get my brother on here at a later date.
Yeah.
If I can ever get my room done, we'll maybe do a night on that. Maybe. I don't know.
I have started to I got all the pricing down for how to do convention on a budget. So we're going to have that show here in a little bit too. I just need to start working it out. There will maybe one PowerPoint slide, just one.
Sorry, I fell asleep there.
But I know that was another show you guys had asked for, so we can do that.
Yep.
So like I said, we're open to anybody wanting to be on. We'll promote anything we can. Obviously, we've got regionals coming up again
Mm-hmm.
here in July. So that is another
Midwest convention.
Midwest convention. I'm so used to saying regionals.
I know. 2 years worth of regionals to convention now, so it's going to be hard to remember, but we'll get it there eventually.
Okay. So, any other comments, questions?
Might do a short one tonight.
I think we might be going a little short.
That's fine.
And I'm good with that.
Trying to see if there's anything else I need to liberate.
I haven't opened mine yet. I mean, I even brought some of my Matchbox semis.
Ooh.
My really nice ones.
Hey Brent, what do you really think about the NASCAR and the Coliseum in LA? I've seen a little bit on that, and from what I gathered, the LA Coliseum is about this big, and the smallest NASCAR track is about this big. So it's going to be like a 30-mile demolition derby.
I'm digging it. So this is what I was talking about. These are the really nice all metal.
Spin it. Might as well spin it. You got a turntable. Mr. Sully. There you go. Some spinach. Yeah, that old Coliseum. I mean, I'll watch that one just because it's going to be, like I said, it's going to be a rolling 30-mile-an-hour demolition derby. So,
quarter-mile track. Whew, that's a Saturday night matinee right there.
Yeah, it's going to be about a 35 to 45-mile-an-hour demolition derby. Actually, good person to ask this, Mr. Greg. Yes. I don't know if you can see the comment, but it was asked to me what me and my brother think of the NASCAR doing the LA Coliseum. You got any insights on that? Since you're a little bit closer to the NASCAR everything than anyone else I know. Like I said, I think it's going to be just a slow motion demolition derby. Boy,
there's your answer.
Glad I'm not working it.
Reckons racing. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, that's gonna be a whole other thing. So I have something else I can open here.
Okay.
I've been wanting to open this one for a while. 1988 Chevy K5 M1009, the military blazer. Now, of course, this is a green light, and it's got this stupid packaging on it. So let's see if Brent can cut open a finger.
I got 20 on it.
It was almost a finger. That's one thing I don't like about green lights is their packaging, because it's hard to get into it. But you don't see a lot of green lights getting stolen from the store, so.
A little bit more difficult to steal it. But then again, anything's possible.
This is true. There. Oh. Yeah, this is the blade I'm using. It's a carpet razor blade. I think there's going to be a super exciting good for NASCAR. All right, here we go. There we go. Hopefully this one won't be scratched up like the last green light I opened was. Oh, there we go. And as always, removable top with a back window, which is kind of funny.
It's very unusual, but okay.
I don't think a lot of Blazers had a back window after the back seat.
No.
Talk about reusing the casting. But yep, there we go. That's pretty. I like that one.
At the Roval and Martinsville. Yeah, I think you had talked about that. We've talked about that one night. So you got yourself a busy summer.
This be true.
But that'd be so cool. Although I don't know if I could deal with being. You gotta have your head on a swivel to do what he does.
This is true.
Otherwise, you're just gonna go splat. All right.
I really like this one.
I suppose I'll open mine here tonight.
I have a 70. Nice. 76 K5. That's goodness right there. My mom had a 84 K5, and that's what I learned how to drive on as a kid. So, and I actually have I have it somewhere. It's a almost exact color replica of her truck. So,
all right. Well, this is what I'm opening. I've been looking for this for a while. They just happened to show up in Norfolk last night or the night before.
Last night. There you go.
Get out. That's true. And oops, there's some cardboard. Yeah, Murphy's not impressed. There we go.
It's a lot of plastic for 2 cars.
I know. So much fraud, waste, and abuse. Oops.
Yeah, only if you had a turntable or something, you could put those on.
Well, guess what? But
you have a turntable? When did you get a turntable?
But with ShamWow, you get a turntable.
76 K5 Cheyenne factory 2-wheel drive. Nice. Oh,
there you go, folks. I do enjoy. We're using our technology a little bit better here now, folks.
Yeah. Very nice.
Very cool.
One set I still need to get a hold of, but in no rush. It shall turn up. My first car was an 84 Caprice. I need to get a diecast version of it. I know that Greenlight's making some lowriders, and I think they actually make a Caprice. I don't know. I think it might be a 90.
I want the Aero Coupe ones.
Yeah, the Aero Coupe ones are really cool. I actually had a friend of mine that had a Caprice Aero Coupe. It was really, really cool.
Because those were 2-door too, weren't they?
Yes. Yeah, that's actually how I met him. I need to get one of those cars, Kent.
Which one?
I don't know. Brian Barron, which one's you talking about there?
And hi, by the way, Brian.
Yes. Hello. We were just letting everybody know about Bruce coming on a couple minutes ago.
And for the Brian that we're talking about, this is him.
This is Brian. There's many Brians.
Yes, we are down for a tour of the track. Whether it's
please.
Charlotte or Darlington, I don't care.
Yes, I am definitely up for that. James says his first was a 79 Seabird.
They have. It's a Scorcher.
And I think, didn't they make it? Wasn't there a Matchbox Thunderbird? Real Riders. I don't know what year that one was. I know I have it. It was gold.
Square one, but not the 79. The 82, I think it was.
See, my first car was a 79 Malibu. And Johnny Lightning's about the closest I can get to that, which they started out as 81s, and then they were calling them 80s, and now they're calling them 79s. And I'm pretty sure that nothing has changed on the car whatsoever. So I'm happy either way.
So Brian's saying, or whoever that is saying they've seen the real life versions of those cars. That's, yeah.
Oh, that'd be cool to see.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not fair.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Greg, definitely want to go play Charlotte. Drive, have fun. Maybe a shop or two. DEI would be preferred.
Well, DEI, I don't think.
Well, yeah, they're not around. Okay, well, fine. We'll just go to Junior Motorsports then.
Yeah, Junior would be good.
Only square body T-Bird was a Scorcher. There we go. What happens when we bring on someone that knows what they're talking about?
Well, I could grab a square body T-Bird, but I got to dig it out.
Yeah, we'll save it for next time.
Yeah, it's pretty buried.
That's why I didn't. The only reason I got up earlier is because I thought I had Bruce's book down here, but it's actually upstairs in my office now that I think about it.
Yeah, Bruce is going to be great. We just need to get a bio for him, and like I said, we're going to put on a couple of more clips and everything, so that way we can highlight some of the things and get you guys pumped up for it. You know, work. You guys can ask him questions too. It just doesn't have to be us.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a good time. We may
And
have Murphy Cam too.
we don't need a Murphy cam right now.
No. Murphy, stop looking.
Yeah, exactly. We don't need a Murphy cam. But other than that, I don't have anything else. Anybody else got anything? Just questions, comments, suggestions, wants, needs?
Okay. Silence is, I think, the word of the day.
That's right.
All right. So, let me turn off the wheel of death here. Well, I think that's going to conclude everything tonight. We've ripped the cars. We've talked about everything that we needed to talk about. Don't forget Bruce Pascal next week, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. I am very much looking forward to this. One last plug for the show. Again, that's March 6th at Elkhorn Valley Bank in Norfolk, 404 South 25th Street.
Tables are available now.
Yes. And with that, I will say good night.
Night.
He says good night. Bye, everybody.